First up this morning, we're in the kitchen with a Seattle cookie company that is really blowing up. Bell's Cookies in Green Lake started during the pandemic and has now quickly grown to ship nationwide. And maybe you've even eaten one of these if you're flying first class on Delta. But here to show us what this husband and wife owned company is all about is Brooke Perez. Welcome to New Day.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
I'm so excited to have you guys here. So what are we making today? And I guess we should just get started.
Yes. So today we're making our confetti cookie. It's Isabella's favorite cookie. It's also really specific because this cookie has ingredients that are unlike any of the other cookies. Ooh. And it's very fun. So all of the kids love it. Here to make it for you, have made the steps pretty simple. There's a couple secret ingredients that I can't necessarily share.
Fair enough.
But we'll go on with the process. So starting with butter, you want your butter to be almost like a mayonnaise consistency, like pretty soft. Yeah. Not melted, but pretty soft.
So start with room temperature butter and then
definitely
get that consistency going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you'll add your sugar. This is the creaming method. It's in almost all cookies, and this also gives some air to create a leavener in the cookie.
Interesting.
So it may make a noise first.
No, go. We're working here. I like it.
Here we go. So after the butter and the sugar are fully incorporated together and you don't see any lumps of butter, that's when we'll add our wet ingredients. In this case, it's eggs, vanilla, and then our only cookie on the whole menu that has corn syrup in it.
Interesting.
Yeah, natural corn syrup. It has worked really well. It gives the cookie its chewy texture. So this is one of the only cookies that doesn't have a crispy outside.
God.
It's chewy altogether because there's a special ingredient inside which gives it the crispiness.
Okay, and while this is whipping up too, how did Bell's Cookies get started too as we add in the wet ingredients that you just discussed?
So Bell's Cookies actually got started during the pandemic in 2020, in April of 2020. We had a catering company, and of course, when no one was gathering in 2020, there was no more catering.
Yeah.
So a lot of our clients had our cookies so many times, they just kept ordering, and then it became a thing where people we knew wanted to send them all over the country to bring some type of joy. Yeah. Toward loved ones, because that was what was going on during the pandemic. So from there, it just became natural that we started and kept going. And there was actually a point in the very beginning of 2021 where we're like, should we close this and just call it a hobby, goodbye, and go back to what we were doing, our normal jobs? And then we're kind of risk takers. So we decided to keep going with it. And then we opened a shop in Green Lake in mid-2021.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Your shop there is so darling.
Thank you.
It's so amazing, and I love your cookies. So about a couple minutes with this usually, like to mix up and feel like it's incorporated?
Exactly, just until there's really no lumps in it. It's gonna change color a little bit to a lighter color too because of the air. But main thing is to make sure that it's fully incorporated and there's no lumps.
Okay, and what goes in next after this?
Okay, so after the wet ingredients, that's when we add the dry ingredients. I've put all the dry ingredients together for ease of process.
A nice little tub here.
A nice little tub. Flour, baking soda, salt. There's sprinkles in here, and then there's also a couple secret ingredients. This one that we have here is also a dry ingredient. This is milk powder.
Why milk powder?
Because it gives it a creaminess that our other cookies don't have.
Okay, so this is again something specific to this cookie.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so now all goes in, the dry ingredients.
All goes in.
And then I'm also seeing like what is over here, and I feel like I need to just taste test because that's part of the fun.
Absolutely need to taste test.
It's like little crunch in there?
It is. So as I was saying, there's not a crunch on the outside. This is the crunch on the inside. We call it confetti crunch. And this stays crunchy throughout the whole process. So most of the times when you put inclusions into a cookie, inclusions are anything you put at the end, chocolate chips, potato chips, toffee, whatever it may be, these are inclusions that don't get soft. So like if you were to put, just cornflakes inside a cookie, probably afterwards, they would become soft because of the moisture from the cookie. These, they never get soft. So they stay crunchy.
Is that also, so when this is all mixed with the dry ingredients, this also goes in the KitchenAid, or is this something that you need to like hand mix?
This goes right in. So after you put in the flour, it's a really quick process. You don't want to mix it too long because then you're getting rid of the air in the cookie.
Okay, fair enough.
So this is when the confetti crunch goes in. All of it. I added extra here.
Put it on low here.
Put it on low, keep it on low, and then it's done.
Okay, and then ta-da, it looks like this.
Yeah.
So how do you go with dumping sprinkles on it?
Yeah.
Show me the technique.
Show you the technique. So it's really quite easy. You just press it in. It should have sprinkles that stick on top. And then...
Oh, I did the whole other side. Was I not?
That's great. The more the better, honestly.
That's Kelly's. Yum. I kind of understand why this is Isabella's favorite cookie. I think
my gosh.
This is definitely going to be a fave of mine. But you brought other options. So what are some of these other delicious flavors?
So one thing that's a really foundation pillar of the company is to be inclusive of other cultures and countries. And I think with American style cookies, that doesn't usually happen. We're really based on American flavors. And with the American style cookie, it's not really worldly flavors that are used. So Tomas is Colombian. And so we're like, let's make a cookie that kind of resembles an arepa, but in a cookie. Which is why we have our Colombian corn cookie. That one's here. That one's a staple of Bell's. Like,
amazing.
Everyone has the Colombian corn cookie, and it really represents what we're about as well. The other one that's here is our special seasonal cookie. This one is double the size. It's super big. It's filled with it.
I gravitated towards that one. I'm going to taste test too, the sprinkle one, but keep going.
Please.
Okay, that's the seasonal.
It's filled with things. Seasonal cookies often, I get the question so many times, what's your favorite cookie? And I'm like, it changes every week. I mean, like, it seriously does.
Oh my gosh.
Our seasonal cookies are something different every time with a different process.
The crunch in this, it's like the right level of sweetness. It's everything and more. Tell me too what the reception just has been like for you all, like in Green Lake and beyond.
Yeah, so we're really trying to become a part of the community here in Seattle. I'm from Seattle. We really empower other entrepreneurs too. So being a part of that community, having other people join in, having people that support us, making sure that we support our staff, really bringing up our team, it's all been so important. So it's really been joyful with the community and the response that we've gotten from it. It doesn't come right away.
Yeah.
It comes after, we're on year 5 now. So it comes after a little bit of time, but eventually the word of Bell's gets out there and what we stand for, and just continuing with that.
And how can you not love it? Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to taste test more as we go to break.